guys, welcome back to my channel, and today, as you can see in the title, we will be doing a makeup declutter video, and we are going to be starting this series with eyeshadows. All of the eyeshadows that I decide to give away will go to my friend Carissa, and let's jump into the video. So I'm just going to be picking the products randomly and telling you a little bit about it, if I use it or not, and if I'm going to give it away. So, yeah. Is the Galaxy Chic by BH Cosmetics, and it looks like this on the inside. This palette is really pretty and it's really versatile. It is all shimmers and I do not use it that much, but for this palette I do not particularly want to give it away because I feel like I can get a lot of use out of the colors, like the oranges, the blues. It's a very unique palette and I just do not want to pass this one up. The next palette is the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette, and this is the Artist Couture Shadow Couture World Traveler palette. This one's pretty old. As you can see, it's pretty beat up. I really like this palette, so I'm not going to give it away, but I do need to get more use out of these 6 shades that I obviously don't use. Give me a second. I'm going to try to make the light higher so it won't be so many cast shadows. Maybe like this is better. Maybe. I think so. The next palette is the worst palette in this whole collection that I really do not like. And this is how the packaging for me just ripped apart. I've never had this happen with a palette, but this is a self-made palette, Anastasia Beverly Hills. As you can see, I've only used 2 shadows in this palette, and that is this color and this color. I will be giving this to my friend Carissa. I don't know what she's going to do with it. I don't care if she throws it away. I just do not want it. The next palette is the Lorac Pro Unzipped Rose Gold palette, and this is how it looks inside. As you can see, this palette doesn't get too much love, but I don't want to give it away because I really do like these shades and they're really creamy and pigmented, and I just need to find more use for the shadows. So this one I will be keeping. The next palette is the Smoky Eyes palette by BH Cosmetics, and this was one of my first eyeshadow palettes I've ever gotten. Let's open it. This is really pretty. It has really pretty colors in it. I really do think Carissa will like this. I personally don't want it anymore because I have so many palettes with these same colors that I feel like I don't grab it as much. So this one I will be giving away. The next palette is the BH Cosmetics 88 eyeshadow color palette. And you would think I'd give this away, but the reason I'm not giving this palette away is because of those pretty green and blue shades. And these are actually very pigmented shadows. I actually recommend this palette, especially if you're starting a makeup kit and doing other people's makeup, and you want some bright colors. This palette is really perfect. I really like this, and I will be keeping it because of the green shades. I love green eyeshadow for some reason. The next palette is the Morphe 35S palette, and these are the shimmer shades. I will be keeping this palette. I do not use it as much as I want to, but I do think these are pretty shadows, and I will be keeping this. And that goes along with the 35M, all the matte shades. I will be keeping this as well. The next palette is my Juvia's Place Nubian 2 palette, and this is how it looks. I'm going to open it. I love this palette so much. I'm not giving away my Juvia's Place palette. That also goes for the Saharan palette. I really like these. These are really super pigmented, and these are new to my collection, so I will not be giving them away. And I want to do more looks with them, so let me know if you want more looks. The next palette I am grabbing is the Shan XO palette, and this is the one with the eyeshadows, 9 eyeshadows and 9 lip glosses. I will be giving this away because I've swatched these lip glosses with a brush. I have never used these glosses. I just do not find any use in this palette. These eyeshadows are really pretty, but I have these shadows and I just feel like these three look the same to me. These two are like, it's just, the only color that sticks out to me is the red and the orange, which is too bright of an orange for my skin color to use as a transition shade. So I will be passing this along to my friend Carissa. The next palettes are the Perfect Filter by NYX, and I have Rustic Antique and Olive You. And these shadows are so freaking pretty, and they're really soft and they're really pigmented. These are new to my collection. I will not be giving these away. I really like these. I really like these, and I will be keeping these and be using them in a future video. The next palette is the Carly by Belle palette, and this is the first one. This one looks like I don't give it love, but this is my second one. I already went through a first one of these, so I will be keeping this. I really do like this, and yeah, I think it's a very pretty palette. If you want to gift somebody an eyeshadow palette, this is the perfect palette to gift someone. It has 4 highlighter shades and 10 shadows. I think that's really good for $12. And yeah, I'll be keeping my Carly by Belle palette. The next palette is the Fall Festive palette by Coastal Scents. And this, I love Coastal Scents. I will be keeping all but one of my Coastal Scent eyeshadows, and this is the Fall Festive. I really like these. These shadows are so pigmented and so pretty. You can also take them out and put them in a Z palette if you want to. And it has a very big pretty mirror. I will be keeping this. This is the BH Cosmetics Foiled Eyeshadow Palette, and I brought into the hype and purchased this. And before this video, I was thinking about giving it away, but I swatched the shades for like the first time, and these shadows are so pretty. And my next look, I will probably try to do something with like the yellow shade or a cut crease, something. I really want to try to use this palette and get use out of it because I have not used this palette once, so I will be keeping this. The next palette is the Urban Decay Electric palette, and these shadows are so pretty, and I don't use it that much because I don't do many colorful looks, but I will be keeping this palette to use in the future. So yeah, I don't think she would get much use out of it, not as much as I will. So I'm going to be keeping this palette, and this is a very cool palette if you love to do colorful looks. Okay, so the next palette I will be showing you guys is the Makeup Revolution palette, and this is the Iconic 3. This is similar to the Urban Decay Naked. As you can see, I do not use this much. I don't know why. I don't like the I don't know. These are so pretty and pigmented, and I use them on other people, but I never use this on myself. So we'll be passing this along to Carissa. I don't think she has this palette. But if she does, I guess I'll be bringing it back home with me. The next palette is this palette called the Real Her Playbook palette, and I got this in my BoxyCharm. I've already looked at this palette, and this is a new edition, and it's called Be Your Own Kind of Beauty. And this is how it looks. This is new. I did swatch a few shades. I will be passing this along because I feel like this is definitely for a fair skin tone, and the packaging is pretty. I just don't want it. I do not find that it's for me. And the next one is the Beauty Killer palette by Jeffree Star Cosmetics, and as you can see, this actually broke on the way here, but these shadows are actually pretty good. These are pretty good shadows. People call his palette mediocre, but I actually think these are one of the most pigmented shadows. I wish it had more diversity. I do not play with this palette enough. or at all, so I will be using more. Look how pretty and pigmented these shadows are. I will be using this more. I will not be giving this away, but if I end up not liking it or not using it much, I will pass it along. The next one is the Nikkie Tutorials Too Faced, and I was thinking about keeping this because it's a collector's, but I never use this and I never get any use out of this, so I will be passing this along to my friend Carissa, and I really hope that she likes it. I'm gonna try to speed this up. The next two palette is my Dean Basquiat palettes, and I just got these and I am in love with both of them, so I will be keeping these palettes. Just to let you know, I'm not going to give these away. Next is my Modern Renaissance, a cult favorite, not giving this away. Love this palette, oh well. Next one is my Makeup by Mario palette, also not giving this away. I broke my back trying to get a hold of this palette. I'll be damned if I have to give it away. My battery is dying, so I'll try to go fast. This is the Tartus Pro palette. This is also new to my collection. Also, I'm not giving this away. Lorac Pro palette. Pretty beat up, but not giving it away. I love this palette and it is well loved. My Tarte palette is also beat up, not giving it away. My Take Me to Brazil palette, I am not giving it away. I love these colors. I made this palette myself, so I'm definitely not giving this one away. This is by Buxom. And my last but not least is the Winterberry palette by Coastal Scents, and I will be passing this along to Carissa. My NYX To Go palette, I will be passing this one along to Carissa. And my Smoky Eye palette from Claire's, I will be passing along to Carissa also. Those are all my palettes. The rest is the contour kits and other stuff. Also this concealer palette, I will be passing along to Carissa as well. I do not use it, so yeah, she can have this. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my video. Give it a thumbs up. I am back on YouTube. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you all soon.
Come on now, follow my lead. I may be crazy, don't mind me. Say, boy, let's not talk too much. Grab on my waist and put that body on me. Come on now, follow my lead. Come on now, follow